What do you think about semiconductors with the new bill that's been passed the, I guess, Congress now and it has gone to the president to be signed? So it essentially, they're giving money for semiconductor manufacturing in the U.S. and some tax credits.
Yeah. So I guess that one of the things I look at is what did the market think, right? So this thing passed the Senate, it passed the House, and now it's sitting in the White House. I think it's going to get signed Monday, was what they were saying, which is great. So it's very developed bill. It looks like it'll go through. The idea is that look, a lot of our chips are being manufactured in places like Taiwan. And what happens if that stops? What happens if China invades Taiwan, cuts off that chip production? We would be in trouble. It's amazing how many things are being made, the amount of revenue that would be lost because people couldn't make, cars and all these different things. And so having chip production here in the U.S., I think is, critical. And unfortunately, the chip production here in the U.S. is a lot more expensive, so that's where the subsidies come in. You try to make that work. But I will say, lots of articles talking about the size of this. It took 2 years to get this through. About 52 billion of this bill is going to go towards these subsidies and what have you, which is really a lot of money, but it's kind of a drop in the bucket when you look at the overall size of the chip, industry and how much it costs to build one of these and operate one of these foundries that are happening. So I did not see the stock market embrace the passing of this bill, which makes me wonder, is it that great, as far as that goes? From an investment standpoint, I think it's great from a national security standpoint. I think it's a good bill. I'm happy about it. But, the market didn't go nuts. We didn't see huge run-ups. There are some of these companies like NVIDIA and AMD that don't make chips here. They're basically designers, and they send those off. They would benefit indirectly. If we had more plants here, they'd be able to have more options. If Taiwan, for example, did get cut off, they'd have more options here. That'd be good for NVIDIA and AMD. But it's really better for the Intels, Texas Instruments, and these companies that are actually making these, chips right now. And even the Taiwan Semiconductor company, which is going to be putting in a plant here, was behind this bill. $100 million was spent, according to the article I just read in Bloomberg, by semiconductor companies over the last 2 years lobbying this $52 billion that's coming back their way. So it's kind of...
Good return on money there.
It was a good return, but you can tell the market isn't that enthused about it, to be honest. Maybe it'll play out in over time, but...
Yeah, it takes a while for these fabs to come online. It's not a quick solution. It's going to take years for them to build out these production centers, and so these companies aren't going to realize this revenue for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think it's good, but I don't know what the investment opportunity is there per se.